get a fair trial in the District of Columbia.
What are the potential consequences you face? What are your lawyers telling you they believe prosecutors will push for in terms of a sentence?
It's impossible to say. They have not yet had discussion. The only other thing I do want to say is the FBI agents this morning were extraordinarily courteous after the initial confrontation in which I was handcuffed. But I was then taken to the federal courthouse where I was shackled, hand and foot, and went through and had to sit in the holding cell before the judge. The judge was imminently fair, issuing bond. I'm restricted in my travel. I can only travel to the District of Columbia, New York City, and southern Florida. But I'm not a flight risk. I'm 66 years old. And I'm essentially broke since the leaks from the special counsel's office over the last 2 years have dried up my consulting business, since the censorship and shadow banning on Facebook have substantially dried up my book sales. As you know, I had to end my life and health insurance in December because I couldn't meet the premiums anymore. Every dollar I scrape up has to go to this fight, but still I fight on.
I mean, do you notice a theme here? It seems like everyone who gets ground up in the gears of this investigation lacks the resources to really fight back. I mean, I noticed that no one called Podesta has been pulled into this, but it's you who can't afford health insurance. It's Papadopoulos, who seems broke. It's Carter Page. Who do you expect the prosecutor will indict next, if anyone? Where's this going?
Well, I have no idea. They seem to be in hot pursuit of Dr. Jerry Corsi. Dr. Corsi said a number of things about me that are not true, but he says he won't testify against the president. I have the emails and text messages and metadata to prove that many of the allegations he's made against me are not true. But he clearly is referred to, blindly, of course, in this indictment.
But I'm sorry to interrupt, but I mean, just take 3 steps back. Who cares? No offense to Jerome Corsi, who seems like a nice guy, but does anyone in America believe that Jerome Corsi is in any way or any sense a threat to American national security or our way of life or democracy? I mean, is he? It seems crazy.
I don't think so, nor do I think that legitimate political or journalistic inquiry regarding what the topic of the WikiLeaks disclosures is should be criminalized. I never received any purloined material, and no, I never knew that John Podesta's emails had been stolen in advance, and my tweet is not a reference to that. And a research memo that Jerry Corsi wrote me regarding the Podesta's extensive and lucrative business dealings in Russia is not part of a cover-up because no cover-up was required.
So let me ask you the last question. When you watch the clip that we played, I don't know if you had time to watch the coverage of you on television today, or you read the internet and see people cheering for you to get raped in prison, or people celebrating your indictment. What do you make of that? Where does that come from?
Well, I must tell you, we're in a very bad place in terms of our politics. I get 4 or 5 death threats a week. I can't go out to a public restaurant or an airport or travel by myself now because people want to mix it up. They don't want to just yell at you. Some of them want to take a swing at you. I don't feel that way about them. I disagree with them, but I'm not for violence. I don't think violence solves anything.
I agree.
So it means, again, now I need security for my family, for myself, and that costs money, which is why I've asked the public for help.
Roger Stone, we'll be following it. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Tucker.